in flashes, fragments slipping through the cracks in my mind like water through clenched fingers. I had been here before, bound, trapped, watching that thing slither through the dark, whispering in a voice layered with too many echoes.
You forgot, but we remember,
it murmured, its shifting mass pressing closer. I tried to scream, but no sound left my throat. My body knew this terror. My muscles locked in place, my heartbeat thundered in my ears. But I couldn't move. The shadows wrapped around me, cold and wet, like something alive.
You are the key, and the door must remain open.
My mouth moved before I could stop myself. I don't understand. A sharp, slicing pain ran through my temples, my vision blurred, and then I was somewhere else. A battlefield, a sky that churned like storm-tossed water, black clouds writhing as if filled with unseen things. I stood in armor that felt too heavy, my hands gripping a weapon that pulsed with unfamiliar energy. Before me, Vaylith, but not the woman I'd met in the forest. This Vaylith was covered in blood, her silver eyes dim, her face twisted in fury as she screamed my name. No, not my name.
Azira.
The name slammed into me like a hammer to the skull. I knew it, not my name in the life I'd lived in that apartment, but mine all the same. I turned, and behind me, the rift. A tear in reality, jagged and raw, stretching open like a wound. And on the other side, my apartment, the dim light of my bedroom, the closet door half open. But it wasn't just a doorway, it was me, or what I had become. The memories hit me like an avalanche. I wasn't some innocent victim who stumbled into this world. I had opened the rift before, I had torn through reality, and I had failed to close it. The battlefield dissolved. I was back in the living, breathing darkness, the pulsing red glow casting shadows across my shaking hands. I gasped for breath, choking on the thick metallic air.
Now you see,
the voice coiled around me.
You were never meant to leave. You belong to the rift. You are the wound. The wound cannot heal itself.
A cold dread settled in my bones. If that was true, if I was the rift, then I had only one choice. I clenched my fists, feeling the unnatural energy pulsing beneath my skin. For the first time, I didn't feel powerless. I felt whole. I met the thing's many eyes, its whispering tendrils curling around me, waiting. Then I'll tear myself apart. And I did. I don't feel the pain at first. That's the trick of it, isn't it? Adrenaline. Shock. Something deep in my brain trying to shield me from what I've just done. My fingers dig into my skin, nails splitting as they scrape against bone. But it's distant, like it's happening to someone else. The creature screams my name,
As if stops.
but its voice is warped, frantic, desperate. I don't listen. I can't. I dig deeper, my own flesh peeling away in wet red strips. The first real jolt of agony comes when I snap my own fingers backward, feeling the pop of joints giving way. I barely register it, my hands now working feverishly, mechanically. This body isn't mine, it never was. I have to get out. I rip at my cheek next, fingers sinking into the soft tissue like wet clay. The skin tears too easily, splitting wide, lips curling back unnaturally as I pull. The air stings against the exposed muscle and blood drips hot and thick down my throat. My jaw is slack now, unhinged, but I keep going, grabbing hold of my own ribs and pulling. The creature lunges, shadowy limbs wrapping around me, trying to hold me together. Its hands, clawed, unnatural, press against my wounds, flesh knitting where it touches.
Stop, stop, stop.
It begs, but I only scream and twist harder, breaking the temporary healing as fast as it can mend me. My stomach caves in under my grip, fingers sinking into the wet heat of my own guts. I tug. The pain is immediate and all-consuming, a white-hot spike through my core. I almost black out, but my legs are already moving, kicking against the creature's hold, dragging me toward the rift. My body's coming undone. My left arm is a mangled ruin, muscle stripped away to reveal the glistening bone underneath. My right eye is gone, ripped free in a fit of blind fury, and the socket oozes something thick down my cheek. The creature howls, trying to force me whole again, but it's too late. I throw myself forward, hands outstretched, and I tear myself apart. Reality shreds with me, flesh and soul splitting as one. My mind fragments. I woke up gasping. Sunlight streamed through the window, my apartment, my bed. The smell of coffee lingering from my kitchen. For a moment I lay there, heart hammering, convinced it had all been a nightmare. But then, my closet door. It was open. The hidden passage gaped like a wound in the wall, waiting, and inside, just visible in the darkness, Violet's silver eyes staring back at me. Waiting. So, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. It truly means the world. This is the end of Azira's time with us, but it doesn't have to be. If you want to know more about him and the world of Eldralis, please comment below.